Hi guys, I'm Madison Mary and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my April TBR for you guys. I am actually participating in the OWLS Magical Readathon for the very first time this year. It took a lot of deliberation and I was not sure if I was going to do it, mostly because I am not a Harry Potter kid. I grew up as a Percy Jackson kid, and so it was never something that I really thought about participating in, but everyone does it. And I was talking to Soleil from Little Readers Corner and she was like, hey, it's really not that serious, like you can choose like an easy profession and just do it. And I was like, you know what, fine, why not? So I have decided to be a herbologist. And so there are 3 prompts I need to complete for my OWLS, and I will walk you through those. So the first thing I have to complete is Care of Magical Creatures, which is to read a book with a beak on the cover. And the book I've chosen for that is Deck of Omens by ɪᴛᴛᴛᴇʀ. This comes out at the end of April and I am so excited for it. If you guys have not seen my vlog that came out around about a year ago now, it is my very first time going to an author signing and an author event at all, and I met ɪᴛᴛᴛᴇʀ for her first book in this series called The Devouring Grey, and I drove 4 hours up and back in one day just to go meet her, and I had such a blast. And I'm so excited to have received an arc of the sequel as well, so this is the continuation of that series. This takes place in Four Paths, New York. There are 4 founding families and they all have specific magical powers in order to keep this beast away from their town. How this beast has started to kind of come out of the forest that it's being trapped in, and then a new girl comes to town from one of the families and everything starts to kind of go awry. I'm really excited for this sequel. I cannot wait to read it and get back into my beloved characters such as Isaac. And yeah. The next exam I have to complete is Herbology, which is to read a book that starts with the letter M. I have decided to go with a smutty romance, and that is My Life in Shambles. This follows a girl who has just been dumped by her fiance, just been let off from her job, and just been kicked out from her apartment. So she's like, everything sucks. And her 2 sisters who live in Ireland invite her to come spend New Year's with her, and she goes, has a one-night stand, and in the morning finds out that this guy is this really famous rugby player, and he asks her if she will pretend to be his fiance because his dad is dying and he wants to, you know, kind of fulfill his dad's dying wish. And she's made a new thing for herself, which is to say yes to everything because everything's gone so horribly for her. So she says yes, and that's what the story's about. I'm really excited for it, and it's gonna be a good time. I love fake fiance like tropes because they're just so much fun, and I love watching them fall in love and like having to pretend to everyone. It's always such a great time. And then last one is Potions, and that's to read a book under 150 pages. And for that I'm reading Every How to Do It by Shauna Maguire. I have been meaning to read this for ages. I had it on my bookish wish list, and Jade from Jaded Reader sent this to me last year and like sent me such a sweet note for it. And I wanted to read it because everyone says it's great to read for readathons and it's really short and people love this series. I know it's about like kids who went to magical worlds and then have come back from them, and it's about them living in this house as like wayward kids afterwards. So I'm excited to see what all the hype is about for this. So those are the 3 books I have to read for my OWLS. Now moving on to the rest of the books I have to read in the month of April. I've got 2 more arcs I need to read other than The Devouring Grey's sequel. The first one of those is going to be The Life and Medieval Times of Kit Sweetly. This is by Jamie Paxton. This comes out May 5th. It is about Kit Sweetly, and she and her brother work at this medieval themed restaurant, and Kit is a wench and her brother is a knight, and Kit has always wanted to be a knight as well, but the restaurant rules make it so only men can be knights. However, her brother goes AWOL one day and Kit has to step in for her brother in secret, and then when she reveals at the end of the tournament that she's a girl, the video goes viral, and suddenly the restaurant and her are at odds, and she kind of has a whole backing, and it's against her fighting against kind of the patriarchy. I'm really excited for it, and I think it's gonna be really fun. Ever since I read Well Met last year, I have loved books that have to do with like medieval themes, so I'm super pumped for this. I then also have Redemption Prep by Samuel Miller. This comes out on the 14th of April. This has to do with an academy called Redemption Prep, and kids are handpicked to attend this elite prep school. We have Emma, and she's the most popular girl in school. She's super smart, everyone loves her, teachers love her. She's just like the best of the best. And then she goes missing. Everyone becomes a suspect, and we follow her best friend Nisha, her boyfriend Aiden, and her shadow called Evan. I don't know why it's called her shadow, I guess we'll find out. But we follow the 3 of them as they investigate what happened to Emma, and I'm really excited to read this. So those are the other 2 arcs I have to read for the month of April. Then the other book I plan to read in April is Crescent City by Sarah J Maas. I know, you're probably all thinking, because all my friends thought this, wow, you waited to read Crescent City? My March was hectic, okay? I did not have the time to read this book. Plus, I had to wait an extra week to get my Waterstones edition, so. I also just ordered the tour edition as well. I'm gonna have 2 copies of this book, as I do every Sarah J Maas book. If there's any book you can bet on me owning multiple copies of, it will be a Sarah J Maas book. Hands down. I own 3 copies of Kingdom of Ash. I vaguely know what this is about. I'm mostly going into it without knowing the plot, but I know we follow Bryce Quinlan. I'm pretty sure she's fae. She's like a party girl, very well known, and she ends up getting caught up in something with a guy named Hunt who has wings, and there's stuff going down. I'm really going into this pretty blind, and someone told me that if you go into it blind, you kind of get shocked within the first 100 or so pages, but if you read the synopsis, that shocking factor you don't get, so that's specifically why I'm avoiding it. If I do have the time, I do want to get one of my 5-star anticipated reads read this month, and so, oh god, that's the wrong book. And so that is going to be Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. I'm hoping to read this in April because I'm actually also doing a secret TBR that is consisting of 4 different books that I'm not going to be able to explain to you guys about because it's a secret TBR. This is my first time doing a secret TBR and I'm really excited for it. I've been planning for it for a while now, and I think that April is going to be the perfect time to do this because I don't have as many arcs to read. But if I get through all of those things, Fix Her Up is a 5-star prediction that I chose at the beginning of the year. You can check that video up above. But this has to do, what are their names? This has to do with Georgie and Travis. And Georgie seems very immature by her family. No one takes her seriously. And then Travis is a star baseball player who had an injury and lost his career and is now flipping houses. And the 2 of them get together to shock her family and like show that she is mature and also help him get a new job. So I'm very excited. I've heard very 50-50 things about this because apparently like something about this is kind of weird in the way they like refer to each other as like baby, or like he like calls her sister or something. I don't know. Mixed reviews for this, but Katie from Katie's Book Nook loves it, and we have very similar tastes when it comes to smutty romances, so that's practically why I know I'm gonna like this one. But yes, that is it for my April TBR. I'm very excited for April because I think I actually should be able to get through these plus a couple more since, you know, quarantine. But let me know how you guys are doing. I hope everyone is staying safe. Let me know what you guys are currently reading. I'd love to know and just chat. You know, there's a lot going on and everyone should be looking out for themselves no matter what. And that is all for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, thanks a bunch, guys. Bye!